So hi all, welcome to this video lecture. In this video lecture we will see this problem, that is 3564, that is seasonal sales analysis. This is a medium type problem and this is a problem from LeetCode. So in this problem we have a sales table in which the sales ID is the unique identifier for this table, and each row contains information about a product sale including the product ID, the date of sale, quantity sold and price per unit. We have also got the products table in which the product ID is the unique identifier for this table, and each row contains information about a product including its name and category. So write a solution to find the most popular product category for each season. That is, the seasons are defined as December, January and February for winter, March, April and May for spring, June, July, August for summer, and September, October, November for fall. The popularity of a category is determined by the total quantity sold in the season. If there is a tie, select the category with the highest total revenue, that is quantity into price, and then return the result table ordered by season in ascending order. Right. So this is the table that is given to us. Right. And in this table, if you just see, we have the sales date. And from the sales date, if we pick the month, then we can categorize it in these particular seasons, right? And now what we have to do, once we get the season, we need to go ahead and we need to also get the category, because if you look at the output, we have to categorize this on the basis of season and category, and accordingly the one which is having the highest total quantity we need to display here, and if there is a tie between the total quantities, then the highest total revenue has to be displayed here, right? So there are a couple of sorting that needs to be done in a particular order. So here we also need to sort the result table in ascending order according to the season, right? So first and foremost, if you look at the table, right, output table, if you look at this, then the sorting first needs to be performed on the basis of season, right? Because it is in alphabetical order, right? First it has to be performed on the basis of season. So season will be in ascending order, total quantity will be in descending order, and then total revenue will be also in descending order, right? So this will be the order of our sorting, right? Now before sorting, we need to first go ahead and we need to create these particular categories for us, right? So let us go ahead and let us start building this code, right? So first and foremost, what we will do, we will say select sale ID comma product ID, right? And here we are going to create our category. So I will be using a switch case statement. I will say case when I will use the month function to extract the month, and I will say sale underscore date is equals to 12, or month of sale underscore date is equals to 1, or month of sale underscore date is equals to 2. So this is for December, January and February, right? If the month is for these if the month is 12, 1 or 2, that is January, February and December, then it is going to be winter, right? Then it is going to be winter. Now I will be copying this and I will paste it here, right? So this will be 3, 4 and 5. This is going to be for spring, this will be summer, and this will be fall, right? And this is going to be for 6, 7 and 8, and this will be 11, 10 and 9, right? So I have set this one, I have set the category, right? And I will say this will be aliased as season, right? This will be aliased as season, and I will say I will also display the quantity, and I will also display the price as well from the sales table, right? If I go ahead and if I run this, then I will see the categories over here. Let me go down and you will see that the season is mentioned, okay? The season category is mentioned over here, right? So for for this particular product 1, right, since the sale date is belonging to month of January, so it is winter. Accordingly it will be spring for the month of March, and April, right? So this has been done. Now next step, what we need to do, we need to go ahead and we also need to display these particular category, right, the product category over here. So for that we need to perform an inner join between the sales table and the products table, and the key on the basis of which we will perform this inner join is the product ID column, right? So for that, let us go ahead and let us do that. I will say s.sale_id. I will alias this one as s.product_id. I will say p.category, right? And I will say s.quantity because that will be coming from the sales table, s.price from the sales table as s, inner join products as p on s.product id is equals to s.p.product id, right? If I go ahead and if I run this, then the category will also be displayed here, right? So now the category is also mentioned over here. For product ID 1 it is apparel, for product ID 2 is apparel, for product ID 3 it is kitchen, right? Now what we need to do on this particular table, right, we also need to go ahead, we need to perform certain calculations. So the calculation is going to be, we need to find out the total quantity, right? So total quantity is going to be on what basis? It's going to be on the basis of the season and the category. So on that basis we will calculate the total quantity. We will calculate the total revenue, that is price into quantity, and then we will order it on the basis of the total quantity and the total price in descending order, and the overall table first in on the basis of season in ascending order, right? So let us go ahead and let us do that. So for that we will first go ahead and we will store this in a temporary table. So we'll say with temp as this, right? And I will say select the season because I need the season, I need the category. I will now perform the aggregation. So this will be the sum of quantity, and this will be as total quantity. Then it is going to be sum of quantity, right, into the price, and I also need to round this to 2 decimal places, right? Because if you look at the values, right, it is in 2 decimal places. So I need to round this to 2 decimal places, and I will say this as total revenue, correct? This will be total revenue over here. Now after that, this is going to be from the temp, and I will group this by, now this grouping is going to be on the basis of season first and then the category, right? And now how we will order this, the ordering will be first on the basis of season in ascending order, right? Then on the basis of total quantity in descending order, and then the total revenue in descending order, because if there is a tie in the total quantity, then the highest total revenue needs to be displayed. If I go ahead and if I submit this, you will see category, season and category is mentioned over here. Fall apparel is there, fall fitness is there, total quantity is 10, total revenue is 120, spring season is over there, right? So all the total quantity and the total revenue is mentioned. Now if you look at the output table, right, you will see that for each and every category that is mentioned, right, each and every season category that is mentioned, that is season, right, the top value for that particular season is the answer over here. So for fall, the top value of the fall is mentioned over here. For spring, there are 3 records, so the top value for spring, that is spring kitchen 354, that is mentioned over here. The top value for summer is also mentioned over here, right? So on the basis of season and category, it has successfully ordered it accordingly, right, in the correct order, right? Now we need to go ahead and we need to pick the first value from here. So how we will do that? So we can use, let me store this one in a temporary table again. We can use the window function known as row number, right? I will say temp3 as and I will say select everything, comma, I will be using the row number function, and I will say over. And now on what basis I need to partition it by? So it's because it's a window function, right? Because it's a window function, it will be doing the calculation row by row basis, right? So we need to perform this partition on the basis of season, right? So what this row number function will do, it will go ahead and it will put a number to it, right? It will say 1, 2, whatever number is going to be there on the basis of season, right? It is going to go ahead and it's going to set the numbering over here. So for fall there are 2 records, so the number will be 1 and 2. For spring, because it's a different season, so the numbering will reset. It will not continue, it will reset. So it will be 1, 2 and 3 for the spring. So like that. So so partition by the breakpoint on the basis of which we need to go ahead and we need to reset the numbering that we need to mention. So we need to reset it on the basis of season. So partition by season, right? And I will say as RN from which table? The temp2 table, right? And if I do select everything from temp3 and if I run this, you will see that the numbering is set. See, the numbering is set. For fall there are 2 records, so 1, 2. Now spring has come, so the number has reset, 1, 2, 3. For summer again the number has reset, but there are 4 records, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now from here what is going to be our actual answer? The answer will be that from this table we need to get the season, the category, the total quantity and total revenue, wherever my RN is going to be 1, right? So it's very simple. So I will say select the season, the category, the total quantity and the total revenue from temp3 where my RN is equals to 1. Right? If I now go ahead and if I run this should give me a success. Okay, this has given me a success, and if I run this, so this has given me a runtime of 443 millisecond and it beats 98.09%. So this is a pretty efficient solution. But obviously, okay, don't trust this particular runtime. Okay, sometimes it is 98.09%, right? If I again hit on submit over here, it will again the runtime will change. So it is 15.67. So it depends upon the system, right? It is not it's not like this particular, it's not dependent on this code actually, right? But this code is pretty efficient. Okay, if you have any other solution which is more effective or more efficient than this, then please let me know in the comment section below. So I hope you really enjoyed this session. If you did, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel, and please don't forget to press the bell icon for notification. Thank you.